Ladies and gentlemen, today was the first time in 6 weeks I woke up without ear, tooth, throat, headache, or lymph node pain. So, thank you for putting up with me during that turbulent period. But for some reason, I'm still grumpy. AFRN. Did you know a volcano just erupted on the day of interstellar comet Borisov's perihelion? Yeah. And I'd mentioned a couple times. A, watch out for weird volcano or earthquake activity around the perihelion. And B, I know multiple times since last winter, I warned that the New Zealand volcano was probably going to pop, and it killed 14 people. Well, hundreds of times in the last 2 years, I've warned we are going to see volcano and earthquake activity on the West Coast, including California, hundreds of times in the last 2 years. And we did have a 7.0 earthquake in California in July. And so I've been talking a lot about December. December is going to be a crazy freaking month, man. We started it off on the 1st with a 6.3 earthquake in Alaska on its volcano range. Popocatépetl, the volcano in Mexico, has been going freaking nuts all day, every day in 2019. And we are looking at a extremely stormy period that is already going on now, and it's pretty much going to go through Christmas. Now, we're going to take a look at some of this shit together, if you want to do that. Because what I do is I give everybody good information for free all the time and hope it returns back to me. It's my birthday in 9 days. I'm trying to go out tomorrow night to see one of my best friends, who's one of the best drummers in the world, play. But I'd have to Uber there and Uber back. And it's $20 to get in. Anywho. But yeah, we're looking at, like, you got multiple, like, I want you to notice, let me slow it down for you people. That's the whole thing, man. I think Democrats and Republicans are doing what they can to distract people from the fact that our volcano and earthquake science is, like, stuck in the 20s. They're talking about now suing because people died on the tourist rides when there had been some volcano activity before. So they're talking about suing, and people are like, should they have done this? Should they have done that? And it's kind of like, man, like if a volcano erupts in less than peak in California, you can do sue, They've literally been doing everything they can to either distract you from this situation or just not do anything about it, Spend trillions of dollars studying carbon and having fancy carbon dinners and don't do a damn thing about earthquakes and volcanoes. Okay, but so we're talking about, this is the 13th, and the storm we have now has passed through. Now let's go back just. My sound effects need work. So this is a storm that's leaving now. It's leaving a bit of an icy coat over part of the Northeast. And this one was tame in comparison. Now we will see our next storm hit the Pacific Northwest as a little snow burst moves through Canada. And then, so you're getting one come to the Pacific Northwest and one coming to the Southeast. See that? It's a double stream. This one forms a low up through North Carolina, pushing the heavier rain up into like Massachusetts, Maine, Nova Scotia. And so, but the big one is around the 19th, my birthday. I guess it's the 21st. And so then you get another one right after. It's like, what, third storm in 8 days. And so you get multiple streams over here. Look at this. You get a stream here, stream here, stream here, heading to the West Coast. And then moving up and forming one super Voltron storm, which would bring, and I want you to notice the pink, which is like sleet, ice. Okay? Notice how it just this storm will have, and then you're already getting hit by your Pacific Northwest storm. Okay, so but notice all the pink, right? There's a big pink strip there, pink strip there, big pink strip there, pink strip there, and then you get the massive rain component, which will be pushing up into the frozen component. Now look at the size of that massive rain strip, and the West Coast is already getting pelted again. This is a fourth storm in 10 days. Look how heavy this rain swath is as the huge rain swath pushes straight up into the frozen component. So it's going to have the ability, if this verifies, to just ice everything. And here was the frame that really got me to say, wow, okay, I'm going to make a video just on the this GFS run. Remember, it could change anything over like 48 hours. It's susceptible. We have a full total solar eclipse coming, which is going to totally whack everything out of normal. And probably call it earthquakes and volcanoes. Well, we're already looking at upticks in earthquakes and volcanoes for December. They're like fives. There was just a 5.5 in Greece, and I don't know. They had the 6.4 that was shallow and killed a bunch of people in Iberia. And then look at that. That's a 985, which would be a Category 2 hurricane. So that is not even. We are not even at Christmas yet. But I want you to look at the pink. Like, we haven't seen a storm where it just dropped. If this sticks, it would just ice from New Mexico all the way Arkansas, Tennessee. Look at that. It would just ice. Look at that. But right there. I'm going to zoom in if I can. Crap. Yeah, my hacker screwed up Opera, so I'm having to use the lesser good browser. Okay. But see, look at that thing, dude. Like, look at it. That is crazy. That's a work of art frame. And then you got shit. That's not what I intended. Crap. Everything's all screwed up. So yeah, we got a heavy icing event coming about 10 days. That's going to end with a pretty nasty low pressure system that I think will go more north, but we'll see. And so, yeah, dude, that is. Let's try and count these together. So that was we had storm 1 now that's happening. Look at this big storm, and that just kind of sits there. It's so crazy. Storm 1 passing through. We got storm 2, and then here comes storm 3. And you get storm 4. That's the big one. Then you get storm 5 is making its way to the Four Corners. There. And look at that thing just kind of sit and spin. So that's 5 storms in the next 15 days. It's 1 every 3 days. So I'm just letting y'all know it's about to get crazy. And technically, the 2 months I warned of all year were October and December. And we are seeing signs that December is just going to be freaking nutty. Crazy. So just stay weather aware and make your travel plans accordingly. Although 15, we're going to have to monitor the Christmas weather a lot closer to Christmas. But the patterns, we just get a general idea with the patterns. And so I definitely think we're going to get some major icing events. I definitely think we're going to get some wild, wacky weather in December, including earthquakes and volcanoes. Not necessarily 100% saying we're getting volcano, California on the West Coast in December. Wouldn't rule it out. Look at that high pressure system there. Remember, I said 75% chance of a major earthquake in California and on the West Coast in 2019, I'm sorry. But I said it in 2018. And I said 95% chance next year. Because we got gas giants on the same side. Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. Wait, Pluto's not gas giant. It's more of a neutron star comet. All right, I skipped one. I love you. Thank you for dealing with me through all this shit. Hey, if you'd like to support me, you know the ways to do it. I'll leave it linked in the information box. It'd be great to go to the show. Probably cost $60, $70 though. Okay, stay cool. God bless everyone. Yay, Merry Christmas.